Good morning, everybody.
Howdy.
Oh my goodness, it just never ends.
Just when you think, we have evidence that Watchtower is now feeding from the table of demons.
Yeah.
It just never ends. You're right, because in Watchtower's endeavor to become a legitimate religion, look at where they have to go to legitimize who and what they are. And this is what Kim and I have been saying for several years now.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the links down below to everything, and hopefully we can remember to get through all this information because there's a lot of information. I want to thank Atlantis and our other sources. Many of you have been sending me links to this article that avoidjw.org has done, and I have went and got the actual links to all of this. This seminar was on YouTube. I will put the link down below to the last video, and some of this is quite disturbing, and I'm going to try to keep this as PG as I can.
Yeah.
But some of this stuff that Massimo is talking about, I mean, it's pornographic. It's pornographic, in my humble opinion. And there is also a link to an article where he is quoted, and it is advertisements for porn costumes of like devils and stuff like that. And you know, we have done several videos in the past about Massimo being Dracula Boy. You know, he is one of the founding members of the Transylvania Dracula Society. So I know for those of you who haven't seen any of those and are newly out, this is going to be disturbing, because Watchtower is using him as a source, as a cult expert. He's a sociologist, and he is a Catholic, but yet he attends black masses and all of this. So I'm going to read a Watchtower, couple of paragraphs and quotes for a Watchtower article. So anything to say before I start this?
Well, yeah, the whole thing is if you're a PMO, if you are just waking up as a Jehovah's Witness, you need to ask yourself as we review this information, how does this make you feel about Watchtower? How does this make you feel about what Watchtower is doing to validate their existence? How does this make you PMOs feel knowing that you can't share this with your indoctrinated family, because the minute you do, you're out of here? How does this make you feel? Search your own feelings. This is something Kim and I have been screaming for years now, who and what this organization is. But a lot of people continue to ignore what is directly in their faces.
Well, it also brings up the question, Jehovah's Witnesses, you are told to rely on Jehovah and depend on Jehovah to get the preaching work done and to give you blessings and all of this. How come your governing body and the Watchtower Society does not go and depend on Jehovah to defend them and keep your organization going? No, they're going to the table of demons.
They just cannot unindoctrinate. Just like, you know, again, when you guys listen to this, think back to what myself, XJW Elder's wife, and Jane Doe have been covering regarding the Old Testament. Those people were normalizing ritualistic child sacrifice, which is child abuse. They were normalizing it. Now look at what Watchtower is presenting. This whole case, right? I mean, it's unfathomable, and there's reasons why there's phallic symbols on the back of that songbook they just got rid of.
Okay, so this is from the 2018 study Watchtower, which means it's extremely recent.
It's recent, exactly.
Now listen to what they tell you, individual Jehovah's Witnesses, members. They're talking about the media, and it says, Here on page 22, paragraph 18, we also do well to recognize and reject worldly thinking when it is presented in less obvious ways. For example, a news report might be angled in such a way as to favor certain political opinions. So they're telling you to be careful of news stories molding your thinking. But Jehovah's Witnesses, would you be able to go to Massimo Dracula Boy's website and read this information about him going to a black mass? No, you wouldn't do that because that is demonic, that's spiritism, and you don't even want to know about the details of these black mass with the sex magic.
Oh my, it's blatant. It's just blatant. What they tell you in writing, they practice otherwise in secret.
Yeah. So paragraph 19 in the Watchtower. This does not mean that it is wrong to enjoy wholesome entertainment. Still, we do well to ask ourselves these questions. Do we recognize the world's teachings even when they are promoted indirectly? Do we limit our children's exposure and even our own to certain programs or reading material? Do we counteract worldly ideas heard or seen by our children with Jehovah's view or matters? By recognizing the difference between God's thinking and that of the world, we can avoid being molded by this system of things. So this is what they tell you. But yeah, what if you went and was looking at these ads? Now, I will say that the information Atlanta sent me, I did not open the link that is in this ad where Massimo is quoted because it's basically pornographic. And I will warn you, it has nudity and porn and talks about even young girls. So, adult warning, don't open it, if you're not prepared for that. But this particular article, it has a very, clad, dressed woman, and in front of the link I will tell you, about the warning, so you don't click on something you don't want to see. Paragraph 20, who is molding you now? Remember, there are basically two sources of information, Jehovah and the world under Satan's control.
You mean the world that Jehovah gave authority to?
Now, in our other videos, we had links to Massimo's books, and he's talking about Satanism, Luciferianism. He's given seminars at these Satanist seminars. So, who is defending Watchtower? Dracula Boy. If we take in the world's ideas, these will mold our thinking, inclining us towards fleshly points of view and behavior. This is why it is vital that we guard what we allow our minds to dwell on. And like I said, if Jehovah's Witnesses went and clicked on these links that are linked with Massimo Dracula Boy, they would be hauled in before their judicial hearing with elders.
Well, I like how the next paragraph, 21, starts out. As mentioned earlier, to think like Jehovah, we must do more than keep our minds free from corrupting influences. But yet, you go to a corrupting influence to validate your existence as Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to put the link to Cessner's website, What I Saw at Black Mass. And Massimo Dracula Boy is giving an interview back in 1993. And he's talking about these black masses that he has been to, more than one. And I'm not going to read this because some of this is R-rated. Now, on this VK.com, with this list of all the costumes, devil costumes and stuff, scroll about a third of the way down. And it's kind of difficult because there's no paragraphs, it's just all text. But you will see this. Massimo Intervene writes, the official photos with a prone naked woman serving as an altar. Now this is a quote from this interview on the Cessner website. So he's quoted in with this advertisement for devil costumes. And it even says that the women in these pictures were from this organization. So this is very disturbing. But this is the guy that they're having defend Watchtower. Now, if that isn't enough to upset Jehovah's Witnesses, it gets worse. They just gave a conference, and it's on YouTube, and I'm going to put the link down below, like I said, to the last one of these.
It's only about 16 minutes long, but where you really need to pay attention is at the minute 58-second mark.
Yeah, 1 minute and 58 seconds mark. Bernadette Sellard, I believe, she actually is talking about Jehovah's Witnesses and how they are extremely normal now because of their child abuse cases. Oh my God, extremely normal?
Do you Jehovah's Witnesses appreciate the realm that your anointed governing body members have just put you in? You should all just pack up and walk away right now, because they are using Dracula Boy in this conference to normalize your religion as a cult that is ritualistically abusing children as normal behavior.
Now, not only that, but this would also put you in the category of like every single other religion. You are no longer Jehovah's clean organization. You are like all the other religions and are extremely normal with your child abuse.
Well, here, why don't we just play this small portion of this clip?
And just as I was listening to the last presentations, I was thinking that, in fact, the fact that the Jehovah's Witnesses are facing now cases of sexual abuse makes them extremely normal. They have just become a normal social group. I'm not going to say a normal religious group because I might be attacked, but still, they are normal people, in fact. And they behave like all kinds of bad people and good people.
So Jehovah's Witnesses, this is not apostate saying this. This is not apostate-driven lies. Watchtower is going to these experts of the Cessner organization to get defended to the governments for their abuse. And extremely normal religion now because you have child abuse?
I have a question for the 8 governing idiots. It just dawned on me this was uploaded October 15th, 2020. I have yet to see any governing body member on any one of their JW broadcasts disavow what's being stated right here.
Yeah.
Are you going to disavow this, Watchtower? Are you going to stand up and let the members know that this group of people are normalizing your child abuse problem? Are you going to stand up and publicly say, no, we don't want nothing to do with this? I'll just about bet you won't.
Yeah. So are you going to condone it or condemn it? You should condemn them.
But they can't, because you've already validated Dracula Boy on one of your public broadcasts.
Yeah. And
You've already validated him.
And if you look at several of the videos on here, the majority of them are defending Jehovah's Witnesses. So how much is Watchtower spending to pay this organization to defend them? They've defended the Scientology and other cults. So Watchtower, you're right in with them. Like I said, you are no longer Jehovah's unique, peculiar people.
I think you just flipped the script on them. Hey, you Jehovah's Witnesses, it's time to wake up and leave.
Exactly.
Because you have to remember, I'm going to flip the script again. If you're a Jehovah's Witness and you see your brother doing something wrong and you don't report it to the elders, you're going to share in that sin. Get out of her, my people. You know the rest of it, Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't even have to tell you. Get out of her, my people, if you do not want to share in her sins. So you guys, you Jehovah's Witnesses, can quote this Bible forward and backwards, but you fail to comprehend what is directly in front of your pair of eyes.
Exactly. Well, just like I was just reading from the 2018 study Watchtower, the next article is, are you making Jehovah's thoughts your own? So this goes back to what we've been saying. This cannot be God, the real source of all. Because he would want nothing to do with an organization that has to go to Satan's world to get defended. You know, he would not want you to be part of this conference that is calling child abuse extremely normal in religions. You are supposed to be different. You're supposed to be clean. You're supposed to be holy. Yeah, I know,
not.
Kimmy's riled.
Well, it's you know what, Kim? I think at this point I'm going to leave because I'm better off banging my head against a wall or talking to the wall. I could get more results out of talking to the wall than you can to these idiot Jehovah's Witnesses. They're again, you're going to get more accomplished banging your head against a wall than trying to wake up these indoctrinated JWs, because they just refuse to see what is in front of their eyes.
So I'm going to read this directly. I think your chair needs oil.
I think so.
I'm going to read this directly to the governing body and the ones in charge, the hierarchy of Watchtower. This 2018 Watchtower, page 23, paragraph 3. While learning to think like Jehovah is a delight, it can also be a challenge. At times, our imperfect reasoning might get in the way. I think Watchtower's hierarchy, their reasoning has gotten in the way now of going to Satan's world to get defended. Back to the article. For example, we might have difficulty understanding Jehovah's view of moral cleanness. You definitely have a difficulty understanding that.
Oh yeah, because now it's extremely normal for Jehovah's Witnesses, like every other Christian-based religion, to practice child abuse. It's extremely normal. Those are not my words or Kim's words. That's the people in this conference.
Yeah, so Jehovah's Witnesses, instead of being known for moral cleanness and holy and clean, do you really want to be connected with a conference where they say that it's extremely normal to have abuse in your religion?
Well, that's like saying it's extremely normal in ancient Israel to sacrifice your children to Moloch. It's extremely normal behavior. Go ahead and beat those drums louder and louder as that child is burning in the arms of that molten image. That's extremely normal. But see, that's what happened when they married the Old and the New Testament together.
Yeah. See, and then this article goes on to talk about your actions. It isn't just thinking, it's actions. So what are the actions that Watchtower are taking now to go to Satan's world to get defended by these people? I know, my head hurts.
My head hurts.
Yeah.
See, there's a difference, Kim, between Watchtower activists and Watchtower YouTubers. Because the activists will spend their time pointing this stuff out when the YouTubers would rather just dance in front of their cameras in scantily clad clothing.
Well, the thing is we know this video will get demonetized.
Of course.
Every time we do a hard-hitting video about exposing Watchtower and their abuse problem, it gets demonetized. But you know what? We don't care.
We don't care.
We're not in this for money. We want to get this exposed to what Watchtower is doing. You know, instead of relying on their God Jehovah, who they claim is the source of all of the universe, this more and more tells us that he is not. Their God Jehovah is not the source of all. He would want nothing to do with an organization. And if abuse is normal in religions, then that tells me that all religions, every single religion that we have been talking about that has this problem, cannot be from the source of all.
That's right. You guys are worshiping what you do not know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Sounds to me like a very wise man once said that at a woman at a well somewhere. The day is coming when neither you will worship God in this place or that place, but those worshiping God, the source, the real Father of life, would worship in spirit and what? Can I get a resounding word? Truth. And the truth is that this organization, the Watchtower Babel Crap Society, is in bed with Dracula Boy. They're in bed with people that'll do broadcasts normalizing Watchtower and Babel Crap Society as a normal Christian-based religion because they're extremely normal with child abuse.
Yeah. See, now this also tells us these are not isolated abuse cases.
No!
This is widespread worldwide. And when you listen to these conference videos, you get that impression. Oh my God. You know, they're defending Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're also defending Jehovah's Witnesses against the Russian ban. Well, you know, a lot of us have taken a lot of heat from regressive elders in the past about not standing up with Jehovah's Witnesses against the Russian ban. Well, maybe these governments are seeing what's really going on in these normal religions. Have you ever thought about that? So all the flow charts in the world is not going to change, you know, us to shut up. We are not going to shut up about this. You know, call us mentally diseased if you want. But there's a time when you just have to stand up, and it's like, no, we're not going to shut up. We're not going to go away. We're going to keep speaking out against this until something is done.
There again, I reflect back on the back cover of that songbook. It's normal, guys. This is normal behavior of a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
It's normal for what they're doing. These are not apostate-driven lies. This is normal behavior of your governing body, and it filters on down to the Jehovah's Witness that is not awake, that just loves, oh, what a blessing from Jehovah.
Yeah. Now I'm going to put the link down below to our website, which will have all of this and links also. Atlantis's, he did like a write-up with all this information. And one of the comments he makes is, Massimo Ichervine, spokesman and defender of the Watchtower Society, is a promoter of the following pages. Massimo is even quoted in one of the advertisements for porn and satanic ritual costumes. The word devil exists so many times I lost count. Young naked girls and boys, evil, porno videos, and the vulgar descriptive advertisements just go on and on. And that's why I couldn't read the entire thing, because they have very descriptive descriptions of some of these costumes. And like I said, you know, it's R-rated. So he goes on, would you say the following information is coming from Jehovah God or Satan? Well, some of us believe that the source of all, the real Heavenly Father, is not Jehovah. It's not Jehovah. We know who Jehovah is. Like he says, just the wording and descriptions alone in these advertisements are so detestable, it could make a person sick to their stomach. I took the liberty of removing the pornographic pictures. After all, you may have a child sitting in your lap. So you have, you know, his write-up, and there's no pictures in it. And then at the bottom he says, you be the judge. And then he has the description of these costumes. And he has Massimo's quote writing these. And like I said, he's got the link to this article, and I will put the link down below, including our website with this particular write-up. And he also has the link to the Transylvania Society of Dracula. We know that Massimo was a co-founder of that. You know, and that alone, you know, I wish every single Jehovah's Witness in this world could see who Massimo really is.
That's right.
When Watchtower has him doing, you know, these little videos on jw.org.
There again, bang your head against the wall.
Yeah.
Especially you PMOs that want to even use something like this, because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. So you're better off just packing your bags and just leaving and enjoying the freedom that you now have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in essence, you're going to bang your head against the wall.
Yeah. See, and even if you send the clip to this video of the last conference with this Bernadette, where she says that Jehovah's Witnesses are extremely normal now because of the child abuse cases, Jehovah's Witnesses won't even watch that,
Well,
because they're so programmed not to.
Well, you know what the programmed response is? Well, why would you bring such reproach on Jehovah's organization? Why would you do this? See that? Because the program is already in place.
Yeah.
The programmed response has already been implanted.
Maybe just send them the link to this video on YouTube and say, oh, look, there's worldly experts defending Jehovah's Witnesses, and let them hear this for themselves.
Yeah, worldly experts.
Yeah, there's...
Happy Halloween, Watchtower! Would you guys all like to see that one more time? Happy Halloween, Watchtower! Sorry, I know, I just lost her train of thought.
How can you top that?
I love you, dear. This is why Kim and I have become so effective in what we do.
Yes.
As serious as this is, as disturbing as this is, we still know how to make people
Laugh.
because this is what this is, Jehovah's Witnesses.
Laughable.
This religion, the Bible, is not worth losing your life for. But yet this is what you people do. Why? Because you have Dracula boy at the helm instead of the source of life.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, whose table do you want to feed at?
Try.
Do you want to continue feeding at Jehovah's table with Jehovah's Witnesses? Or do you want to find the real source of life and the truth of what is really going on? So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for your phone calls, your emails, your love and support. We appreciate it all so much. We have holiday cards coming in already. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. And have patience on the emails, because I have so many Jehovah's Witnesses with questions and waking up that I'm answering those and our side business emails first. I have to work on the business first. And so those are the emails I'm concentrating on. So, you know, I appreciate everybody sending their research and information.
Oh, yeah. Especially the stuff on John the Baptist.
Oh, my goodness.
I got more coming, guys.
Yeah. So we're actually both, you know, looking at some of these emails, and there's just so many coming in right now. You know, so if there's something I absolutely have to see, put urgent. But other than that, you know, you'll just have to be patient, because like I said, there's so much coming in right now from current Jehovah's Witnesses, information, questions, and I feel that those are the ones I need to help, you know, first.
Yes.
You know, those are the ones I have to help first.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everybody, for everything. And as usual, thank Atlantis and Petra for the information that is coming in. And I just want to mention there was an elder's letter that came in, an announcement on the past couple of days or last week or something, and it said they are going to be pausing the food boxes, and this was a couple of days before the election, that they're pausing on distribution of these food boxes because of civil unrest that they feared was going to be going on. So
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to go bang my head against the wall.
you have a wonderful weekend, and we love you. Bye.
Bye.